got wealthy, and even got wise. That sweet Kangen water open up my eyes, satisfying for the body, gratifying for the mind. Kangen water for the rest of my life. Kangen water quenches your thirst. Kangen water feeds your soul. Kangen water inspiring your dreams. Kangen water for the rest of my life. Let's unify with Chi spirit. Kangen water will set you free. Let's unify with Chi spirit. Kangen water will set you free. Let's unify with Chi spirit. Let's follow Mr. O philosophy. Look within, 'cause you wanna win. Join the Kangen Nation. Kangen Nation, we're everywhere. All around the world, water we share. Changing one life at a time. With compassion for mankind. Well, I love you so, you gotta know. Hope you don't mind me preaching.
Hey, sisters and brothers, I have a new sponsor, my friends Gary and Marilou from alkalinewatersogood.com. They are international Kangen water distributors. Kangen water is delicious water created from Enagic's innovative water technology. Enagic is a 56-year-old Japanese company with 40 offices in 23 countries, including an office in Manila and 8 offices in the U.S., and it is the leading manufacturer of alkaline ionizers and water filtration machines in the world. Not only do these devices filter your tap water, but they also produce ionized alkaline and acidic waters through electrolysis. These waters can be used for various purposes, including drinking, cooking, beauty, and cleaning. Can you imagine never buying bottled water again? The plastic in bottled water often contains BPA and other chemicals which are proven to be hazardous to your health. And how much fun is it lugging cases of it from the market, recycling it, and you know, plastic is an environmental nightmare. According to Gary, it's also a great way to add an additional income stream. He's been selling machines for over 12 years internationally, and everyone needs the healthiest water in the world. So folks, if you have any questions about Kangen water, check out their website at alkalinewatersogood.com. That's alkalinewatersogood.com. Or you can email them at gary@garyballin.com. Gary Ballin with 2 L's.com.
You're listening to the Wolf's Den Radio Show. Talk.
Hey, sisters and brothers, this is Wolf Hemora, and you are on another episode of WDRS Talk, the Wolf's Den Radio Show Talk. Thank you very much for joining me for another episode, and it's going to be a good one. This time, it's going to be a pop culture episode, and I am speaking with a very good and old friend of mine, Mr. JJ YULO, and some of you may know him, some of you may not. But he was pretty much the guy that when I first met him, he was like the you have these friends who are very into whatever pop culture is happening in that time. You have the latest clothes, shoes, trends. You know what's going on, the music, whatever. And my friend JJ YULO was always on top of that, and that's what I always admired about him, is that he was always the guy with the new stuff, with the new gadgets, with the new shoes. And he actually introduced me and a bunch of friends of mine to anime back in the late 80s. That was the first time I ever saw an anime movie, which happened to be Akira. And I'm sure a lot of people my age and anime enthusiasts know that Akira is one of the classic anime movies ever made. It's it's a one of a kind movie. It's just out there, man. The first time I saw it, it's like, man, this is some demented shit, man. And it's like, if this becomes a reality, then shit, we're all fucked. And yeah, it was an intense movie, even though it was animation. But yeah, I consider anime to be my favorite form of animation. I really like the way they draw it, and the colors and just everything about anime. It's got a look. And we also talk about our love for Japan, because he has been, before the pandemic, JJ YULO was doing these trips. He would be a tour guide, and he would I think it's called Just Jonesing, hashtag Just Jonesing, and then he was very busy with that, very active with that before the pandemic hit. So he would bring groups of people to Japan. He used to bring them. He used to do tours in other cities around the world, but when he started posting on Facebook, it was in Japan. And I myself, I love Japan. I really want to go back. Wolfgang played in Japan twice, and our third album, Verm, was released in Japan as well. So, Japan is a very special place in my heart. Not very special because nobody really speaks English there, which is a plus and a minus at the same time, because then when you're there, you know that you're in a different place, you're in a different planet when you're in Japan, man. And it's a very cool planet, it's a very busy planet, but then they have very serene places as well in the midst of all that hubbub, So we talk about that stuff, and we also talk about the stuff that we were doing during the lockdown, all the movies and shows, TV shows, music, whatever that we were getting into while we were on lockdown. So anyway, folks, that's going to be coming up right now. And before anything else, I do want to invite you to please subscribe to the channels wherever you are listening to this on. If you're on YouTube right now, please subscribe to my channel. Please like the episode if you actually like it. If you don't, then you don't have to. No hard feelings. But every like and every subscription will always help me. So I thank you for your support, and a simple thing like that, just by subscribing or following on Spotify, as well as on the Apple Podcasts and Anchor FM. If you follow and like, that always helps me, and that's the best way you can show support, aside from listening to the show. And if you want to make your own podcast, check out Anchor FM, and that's an app, and you can actually do your podcast right there and there with your phone and your headphones mic, and release it the same day. And they're going to release it on all these platforms. So and it's totally free. So check them out, Anchor FM. What else? Please continue to be vigilant against coronavirus, people. Since the vaccines have been going out, and since there's been a bit of good news, not as much people are getting. There are still a lot of people getting infected, but not as much as expected. So it's little by little. This is going to be hopefully be taken under control, and we just have to do our part. Wear that mask, wash your hands, boost your immune system is the most important thing. Everyone's saying wear your mask and wash your hands, but you gotta boost your own immune system so that you have a lot of defense, even though you're masked up and everything. If your immune system is weak, if you're not getting enough sleep, that'll a lot of healthy people at the start of this pandemic, they got sick because they had lack of sleep. They were traveling a lot. They were tired. Their bodies were very tired. So that's when COVID can get you, and not just COVID, but a cold, flu, whatever virus. If your immune system is down, it's gonna there's gonna be more of a chance of getting an infection. So boost that immune system, people. Vitamin C, vitamin D, zinc, turmeric. That's what I take. Drink lots of water. Always be hydrated, and try to get as much sleep as you can, and quality sleep as well. That's about it. I don't know what's going on. It's very boring because there's no one. There's no more. There isn't any more stupid ass on Twitter riling up everybody to do stupid shit. So everything is kind of back to normal. Well, not really. Not really. It's just that one thorn is gone, so that helps. But aside from that, let's keep on being vigilant. And I also want to thank you again for all your support. And here we go. This is some pop culture talk on WDRS Talk with JJ YULO. All right, enjoy.
All right, Jay, I already did the intro, so let's just get to it.
Okay.
Yeah, how are you, man?
I am.
How is the quarantine life?
I am trying to keep my shit together, just like the rest of the world, I suppose.
Wait, Jay,
yeah,
wait.
yeah.
I just ordered weed and it just arrived. I'm just gonna go down and
Okay,
get
go.
it. Okay,
Get it.
sorry.
Okay. No worries.
Weed delivery, pare.
Parang pizza ang puta.
I know. Wait, I'll be right back. We're still on. We're still recording, so you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just so you know. Okay. I'll be right back, folks.
So that's how it is in America, huh? Instead of calling the pizza delivery, you get other deliveries that make you want to call pizza delivery. Oh, first world.
Whew.
How cool is that, man?
All right, I'm back. Oh shit, I have my mask on.
Galing.
All right. Here, wait, let me show you.
Delivery.
Yeah, dude.
That's amazing, man. From the dispensary, I suppose, obviously.
Yeah, because the delivery service. No, there are companies that are just delivery lang. So they don't have to rent a space,
Shop.
So
Smart.
so this stuff, the one I just got, may libreng candy pa, pare.
Service. Ayos yan. Oo. Galing.
So here it is. That's the pack. It's wax.
Wow, it's so pro, dude.
It is, man.
Wow.
It's legitimate business,
Galing.
dude.
Yeah. Galing.
So it's cool, man. And then you pay through an app.
Yeah.
Galing.
Well, set up
Anyway.
first world. Anyway.
All right, man. So how is quarantine life? Let's get back on track here.
Okay. Well, it's okay. It's okay. It's Manila's a little scary because
it's such a dense city, so you just gotta watch it. I mean, that for me, that's the bottom line. You just gotta watch your ass.
Oh my God, really?
Mask up, face shield. You don't have to deal with that. We have to deal with that. I have to wear a face shield, even if I'm right now. Even if you're walking the streets, you should have a face shield with you,
Wow.
apart from your mask, right? So
Every
yeah,
time,
it's
everywhere.
everywhere. As long as you leave the front door, you gotta wear a face shield. So
Wow.
it's I talk to a lot of people about this. It's really more of you gotta watch your noggin. You gotta watch yourself also, and you gotta just find stuff to make you happy, I guess,
Yeah, entertain yourself.
and entertain yourself. Yeah, entertain or at least feel fulfilled for the day.
Yeah.
Obviously, most everybody's work from home, so even work, yeah, you get your work done and all that. Like, or keep sort of a schedule. Like at this, like for me, at this time I'll do this, and so on and so forth. So at the end of the day, you don't feel na the day passed na parang nakaano ka lang, di ba?
Yeah. Nakatunga.
And it's not even nakatunga ka lang. It's not even that's the thing. It's not even wasting time. It's just a lot of people you're just like shell
Yeah.
shocked, I guess.
It's
Diba?
yeah, that's
Shell
I think
shocked
that's
is
the word. Shell shock, man. And the thing that happened here in the States is that a lot of people adopted dogs. It's like mass adoption of
imagine.
dogs or pets or whatever, dogs, cats.
Yeah. Yeah.
But mostly dogs, because like you said, if you have a 9 to 5 job and then you party on the weekend, you don't really have anything to do at home except sleep,
Yeah.
eat
Yeah.
in the morning
That's
or
it.
whatever, and
Yeah.
that's it.
Yeah. Clean up and that's it.
You
Yeah.
clean up and that's it.
Yeah.
If you live alone, if you're like me, and
Yeah.
then so when your job stops like that,
Yeah.
it wasn't gradual, right? It was the lockdown was like instant.
Yeah.
So all these people are like, what the fuck am I gonna do now?
Yeah.
Because they had the schedule. It's like wake up at
Yeah.
5,
Yeah.
head out because traffic on the freeway starts at 7 a.m. If you hit,
Yeah.
you gotta hit the freeway before 7 a.m. So
Yeah.
it's like that, and then
Yeah.
bigla na lang, holy shit,
Nawala.
wala.
Oo nga. Yun nga. And we're so programmed already to follow that schedule and stuff like that. So, hirap. Hirap talaga. Diba?
Man.
So
So
you gotta
what
do
have
you
we?
gotta do.
So in with that thing, I mean, so this is like a pop culture episode. So
Okay.
and
Okay.
pop
Okay.
culture was, oh my god, pop culture was magnified to astronomical levels.
Yes.
And
For sure.
I'm including that whole protest that happened during the summer here.
Mm-hmm.
That was a serious thing during COVID. It's like
Mm.
it was like the world was burning, pare.
Yeah. I'm
know
sure, man.
How was it?
Yan.
What was it
For
like
sure.
from your perspective? Because here the media here, dude, the media here is so fucking over the top, pare. They sensationalize everything, pare.
Yeah.
When in
And they
truth-
don't stop.
and they don't stop.
Yeah,
Like,
it doesn't
they're already
stop.
reporting, and then they have the ticker on the fucking bottom,
Yeah.
and it's like nonstop news. And it's like, dude, I do not watch CNN at all. I'm a lefty and all that, but I don't watch CNN. I don't like it, man. It's all
Yeah.
baja, 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 baja. It's like shit, pare. So
Same here.
how about yeah.
Same here. I have because I want to be informed, of course.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I don't want to be stressed out. It's life is so nag-double the stress na nga eh, 'di ba?
Yeah.
Eh kung puro news lang, you just keep on watching the news, wala na. You really go nuts. So Black Lives Matter was all over the news here also, of course.
Yeah.
And I was like, and one thing I have learned over the years, maybe this is because we're a little wiser now, is that you should follow it, but take it at face value. Like, it's happening for sure, but it's probably not as bad as how it is in your head. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's happening. It is bad, but it's not as bad. Because in my head, my imagination, which I'm sure happens to everybody, like your imagination goes nuts. Like, oh my God.
Yeah, it goes nuts.
Everything's going nuts, right? Everything's going, what's happening in America? Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
But I'm sure it's not as bad as, but it just seems it because that's all we see. And like here, I have to, because if I followed my heart and reacted to every bit of news I know about here, I would have might go on a rampage here or something, or
Yeah.
Parang
Oh my God.
nakakainis din, diba? But you just gotta calm down, and then just realize na okay, be informed, be aware, but it's not as nuts as what your head is thinking.
Yes.
And just
Yeah, you just take it, like you said, as at face value. Whatever you see, that's video, because video is the most truthful thing that you can see on the internet. If there's video, then that's the proof. Yeah, magulo. But when they start talking, it's those pundits that they have, those guest speakers.
Yeah.
Oh my God, those are the guys who are the fucking problem, man. They
Then
stoke
it
the
drops
fucking
seeds in your head.
flames.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like a fucking, that like the paputok in Manila before. It was a trash can, a steel trash can that has a bonfire, and they just drop the fucking they just drop the triangles in there, boom, boom.
Yeah.
So it's exactly the same. So you have people here who obviously don't take their meds, pare. And they believe all of that. So they start to believe, the civil war. I mean, like, what the fuck are you talking about? Civil war? What the hell are you? Do you really you want to kill people? You want to, it's like, you're in the wrong country, man.
Yeah.
From my perspective, as
it's a huge
immigrant,
country. It is a huge country.
Yeah,
And
it is
although
a huge country, man.
You have to admit though, I feel that naglabasan talaga yung maraming problema ng Amerika. That cannot be denied. They're very deep-seated problems. Parang Pinas.
Yeah.
We have very deep-seated problems. And I don't know the solution. I mean, I wish someone would come up with something that you can,
You know what it is, pare? No one gets fucking punished, man. No one gets guillotined. No one's I'm not condoning fucking death penalty, but the reason why the French the massa of the French people, they totally took over the country. France now, people are saying, oh, France so social. Dude, that's the massa. The massa took over, man.
Yeah.
So,
and it's the same here. I mean, when was that? Was it the start of the year, if I remember correctly? I don't know if you saw that. Yung the cop who shot the mother and son. Someone took a video. There was like supposedly some altercation or something like that. And the kid was
there in
here.
Yeah, I heard about.
And the kid was just like, like, what the hell are you talking about? He wasn't even this like thin, frail kid, and his mom was holding him back. And then the cop's daughter said something, parang police yung daddy ko, ganun. Tapos the mom goes, don't worry, it's audio. The wife's like, my background is so pangit, but doesn't matter. And then the mom was like, a mom answered the daughter, like, I don't care. She started parang mocking the
Yeah.
Pumitik si police, puta binaril. And then of course kumalat. And where is he now? I don't know if he posted bail or.
Wow.
It's really.
He's not in jail.
No, I don't even think he's in
There's so
jail
much,
now.
there's so much injustice fucking going around. And during the time that everyone can see it in plain sight,
Yeah,
there is
yun
video
nga eh.
proof. What the fuck,
And
man?
that's why that emboldens people to do crazy shit because
Yes.
this guy got away with it. So I'll try na rin.
Yeah. That's why people are saying, that's why right now no one is complaining that the Democrats are wasting time trying to impeach Trump, because they're like, fucking get him, man. Because
Yeah.
because if he does get impeached, what happens is he loses benefits of an ex-president,
Right.
right? Because your
Right.
title is still president. You'll always be President Trump. He'll always be President Trump,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
Yeah.
But what gets stripped from him is his $200,000 sueldo a year.
Uh-huh.
His
Not that he needs it.
his That's why he doesn't need it. His security detail, so mawawalan siya ng Secret Service,
Secret Service, yeah.
and he can never run for president again, because you
Yun
can
eh.
you can run eh. Pero yun.
Yun.
He can never be fucking president again. I'm going to fucking move if that happens. I'm getting out of this fucking shithole. It's good because it will become a shithole if he becomes president again.
I believe so too. Although I have friends who did they fight me? Well, no, actually, one actually did. One actually
Napikon.
But like, hindi naman napikon. Well, ako pa. I don't man say anything about. I don't comment on politics because I know I will be the first to admit I am not knowledgeable enough to really lay down something really. I just call it as I see it, diba? From my perspective.
Yeah.
And I just said I don't like the way he does things. I think he's a liar and he instigates all these things. Pucha, nasabihan pa ako ng...
Dude, that's the thing eh. If it's the truth, it's just as simple as saying that. He's a liar.
Yeah, nga.
He incites riots. It's so simple. It's so easy to say because it's the truth, diba?
Nasabihan ako ng nasabihan sa akin. Well, I watched the wrong news. Yeah, I watched the wrong news.
Shit, man.
I think he's I really think he's a God-fearing good father. Okay, I'm like,
I don't understand that one. I don't get it.
Yeah, diba? So I was like,
I don't.
And the thing is, you can choose whoever the fuck you want. It's not a problem, right?
Yeah.
That's your right. That's your right. Yeah, that's your right.
Yep.
Pero pag ganyanan na, hindi ko na maisip kung bakit kung saan nanggaling eh. So pag ganyan, I just shut up. I'm like, okay, you're entitled to your own opinion. But in my head, I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. I mean, I know you better than that, but well.
That's why during this time, during this era, this thing, we'll not ponder too much. Let's make it lighthearted, naman. The light side, okay. The light side of it. Let's make it the light side because too much darkness happened. So let's look at the light side. So it's like this era, this Drumpf era. I never call him Trump because the real name is Drumpf. He's hiding behind Trump. Eh. He's always hiding, pare. He's a sneaky weasel, pare. But anyway, it's like he exposed everything because all the rats came out from their lunga. They liked what he heard, and that's how he. I still debate within myself if he's actually racist or if he's playing it, or because he knows how to play it. Eh.
He plays, for sure.
So that's why that's his power. That's why he became president because he knows how to play.
He's a wheeler dealer. He's
a wheeler dealer, and it's not the first time people fell for it, man. He's been doing it his whole career.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's oh my God, it's so weird, pare. And now everything, and then he got kicked off Twitter and every single social media, he got kicked off. It's so calm, pare. It's like, there is that rumbling of there's still mga pikon dyan
that
Yeah,
won't
yeah.
let it go because there's nothing to do. That's the problem. There's
Yeah,
no
yeah.
work.
Yeah.
So these
Yeah.
people are fucking. I can just imagine the fucking planning, and I can just imagine the CIA and the FBI on full alert.
Yeah, yeah.
I can
Yeah.
tell you, full alert, yan, dude.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure. Well,
Grabe.
yeah. But well, again, it's a huge country, so I don't know. Maybe.
But but the other thing, a blessing in disguise, or if you want to call it a blessing, since it's a pandemic, the malls are closed, theaters are closed. There's no chance for a mass, a mass
Gathering,
murder
yeah.
kind of thing, unless
Yeah, yeah.
unless there's another protest. But people are already wary after that capital thing. People are
Yeah.
like, you know what? If we're going to protest, we have to protest smart. We can't just go out and because these people are nuts
Yeah, yeah.
and they've had enough. They're sore losers. They're just gonna start shooting, pare. So that's why when you in that capital thing, it was only them who were there. You didn't see
Yeah.
black people going there and attacking them. Black people were like,
Yeah,
hell
yeah,
no. I'm staying home. Those are crazy white folk, man. I'm not going there.
yeah, yeah,
Black
yeah,
people
yeah.
are smart,
Yeah,
dude.
yeah. Yeah, yeah,
Anyway,
yeah.
so during this time, how did you entertain yourself? Because there was so much happening, like on
What the?
Netflix, like here. Queen's Gambit. Did you see it?
You know what? I
Have you
saw.
seen it?
Okay, here's my problem. I
Okay.
have such a long fucking list. Okay, going back to my state of affairs here.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if you do this. I don't know if you do this, but I've read that other people do this as well, and I'm like this.
Okay.
Sometimes I will spend lots of time on Netflix just scrolling through shit. Scrolling.
Hoping to
Oh,
find
it's cool.
something.
This looks cool. Add to list. Add to list. Add to list. And before I know it, my list is like fucking
Oh.
500 titles strong, right?
Oh my god.
And I do that. I have this analysis paralysis. Do I want to watch Queen's Gambit now? Okay, I'll try. And then because I can't focus nga,
You can't
yun ang
focus. Yeah, no,
problema.
I'm the same,
I
dude.
cannot. I
Yeah.
cannot. I can't. Sometimes I can. I have binged stuff. I've jumped on every little hole there is. I've jumped in the K-drama hole, the Manila
my-
K-drama hole.
Really?
You know why? You know why? You know why?
Uh-huh.
I realized if I get stressed by what I watch, sometimes it does like an action flick. Let's say Patayan. Minsan nakaka-stress, minsan okay lang eh. Pag medyo nakakatawa, parang okay lang eh.
Yeah,
Pero
yeah,
pag
yeah.
yung medyo realistic na, parang nakaka-stress naman to. I won't bother.
Oh, you just
These
stop.
Korean shows, yeah, I just stop. These Korean shows are so wholesome, but the writing is actually very decent. Yun lang, I don't know if you tried watching it, but matagal ang isang episode. It's like almost like watching a movie per episode. Okay, but it neutralizes the car. You know what I mean? I'm on neutral.
Right.
I don't have to accelerate.
Right.
I don't have to.
Yeah.
I just let it happen. And I think that was the appeal for me. So in between that, then I would watch shows like Queen's Gambit. I do love. I discovered this. Discovered Star Trek Discovery, which I think is a great.
Oh, the series.
Galing na nagsulat.
Yeah, I started watching that. It's pretty good, man.
That's good. And then I've seen one of my favorites in the past few months, Lupin, which I really loved. It just went back. It went way too fast lang.
Is it? That's the French one, di ba? Is that
the French one? Yeah. It's like he's a thief and galing. Ang galing ng mga So I find even hanggang anime, dude. Umabot ako ng anime at saka kung ano-ano. So I have a lot. I have a ton of shows for sure. I have my books, which since I cannot concentrate, I go on spurts. Mm-hmm. Sometimes I'll read a book right away. 3 days, I'm done. Sometimes, 2 months, 3 chapters lang nabasa ko.
What's a good book that you could recommend for book readers out there?
Well,
That I don't know. I haven't read book. I do audiobooks now,
uh-huh.
I do it in the car.
I enjoy right now, which I'm enjoying. I'm actually reading it.
Mm-hmm.
I did love very much because it appealed to my geeky side. Ready Player One. I don't know if you read that.
Oh, well, the movie.
Ready Player One. You know what? The movie's the movie's fun. It's fun, but you got to read the book.
Oh,
the
really?
book will appeal to your childhood. So right now I'm reading Ready Player Two, which is apparently gonna be or they're shooting it or something like that. But it's pretty good. It's entertaining me enough.
So wait. So on the
it.
screen, because I just speaking of which, I actually just started watching Ready Player One last night, and then I fell asleep, and I was like, oh, okay. It's too fast. I'm like, okay, I'll save that for later. We have the same problem. You know why? Because there's so much. There's so much to watch, and a lot of it. At least half of it is really good. A lot of it's like crap. That's why you keep scrolling, pare, because it's crap. Ano ba to? Baduy naman ito. Shit.
But the trash sometimes appeals to me because I don't have to think, and I'm just like. What happens next? Diba? What happens next? What happens next? So depends on my mood, really. I have this show which I haven't finished yet. I've had it for a long time. My brothers kind of downloaded it for me. It's a Japanese show called Kodoko no Gorume. So it's really, I don't know, only the Japanese can, I don't know if the other Asian countries would do something like this, but actually, damn, I would love to do it. If I could do it, I'd do a show like this myself. If I could find someone to produce it and whatever. Anyway, the premise is a guy, he sells goods. He sells, let's say you have a coffee shop. I'm going to go to your coffee shop and, hey, look at my wonderful coffee cups. This is what you ordered. Yeah. And there'll be a situation somewhere, maybe 10 minutes in, where he will get stressed. Like you're trying to, because I'm single. So you're trying to set me up. Let's say you're a photographer. You're going to try to set me up with the girls who make, have their photos taken. Hey, look, single. So maybe you want to date her, blah, blah, blah. And then at some point, the 10-minute mark, he has there's this classic shot by the director. He looks hungry. He has this hungry face. Tangin na ton lahat. Kain na lang tayo. And then the last 15 minutes is him going to a neighborhood restaurant and eating like a shit ton of food. Okay? Now here's the thing. They're real restaurants. Which is pretty cool. So actually, if you I think there are,
and these are these small restaurants.
Yeah. This is the prefecture. It always opens with, I'm in Shinjuku and I'm gonna visit my friend. Ganon. So if you list down everything every place he goes to, which they do at the end of the show, the last 3 minutes is the actual writer of the show goes to the same restaurant with the same with the real owners and the real wait staff, and then he eats there and blah blah blah. You can actually have a nice little list of places to go to in Tokyo. But the point is, yes, it's not, you get good, you get a little hungry, you're like, sarap yun ah. But at the same time, it has the same, for me, it's half nakakagutom and half I'm just like, wow.
Yeah.
You don't have to think eh. Wala naman. You don't even have to say, why the hell did he do that? Why did he say that? Wala nang ganon.
Yeah.
Parang ganon ka na. Oh. And then you can watch a few episodes. I love it. I love stuff like that. And there's a lot. Those are the things I also like to to find.
Yeah, the food
Quirky.
documentaries are
Or
fun.
quirky
Yeah,
stuff. Quirky
quirky.
stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah. Daming
and
ganun.
then
Netflix. Dami rin ganun.
what?
Netflix. There's a show.
Oh
Have you seen
yeah,
that? The
dami.
the greatest sports ba yan? The greatest sports. There's a documentary. It's medyo comedy about
Uh-huh.
strange sports and ano. Every episode has different sport. Puta, the first one, it's in Ireland or Scotland or something, and then it's a festival. They throw a wheel of cheese down a very steep hill.
Oh yeah, yeah. That I know that. Oh,
What the
and
fuck
then
are they
and then it's
doing?
slow motion. Oh my
Yeah.
god. Oh
Yung mga
my! And
ganon.
then there's that one young girl who's at the front
Yeah.
and she doesn't
Yeah.
fall. And then it's
Yeah.
like, look
Yeah.
at her. You can see the
Yeah,
audience like, wow,
exactly,
look at her.
exactly.
That's
So
so
trip ko yung mga
funny.
ganyan.
Oh
Kasi
yeah, that's
something different naman, diba? Something different. And, it's
and
educational.
happy and
And
happy.
happy.
Yeah, happy.
Happy. Actually, you hit it on the dot. Anything that will make me feel happy
Mm.
for the moment, that's what I will go for. Hence, medyo ano na ako, tinabi ko muna yung mga patayan, yung mga suspense, yung
Yeah,
mga
yeah,
I
yeah,
love
yeah.
those things. I love those things, but not now. I don't want to watch that right now.
So
So-
so since we're already in Japan, let's just talk about Japan, pare, because you're the perfect guy to talk about Japan, and I love Japan, and I miss
I love
Japan.
I want
I
I
miss
want to I
Japan.
want to go there. I want to go there for a month.
No?
I just want to
Sarap nun, pare.
like an
So-
Airbnb or something, and then
So my experience in Japan was with Wolfgang, because our third album was released there. It was like a dream, man. It's like when we were told Wally Chamse, you know him, right?
yeah.
So he tells us, it's like, oh, you guys, I'm talking with and that guy, he doesn't say he have a plan and then and then don't know what's gonna happen or whatever. He has like almost like 75% done, and then he tells us. So when he tells us news like that, oh, you're the third album is gonna be released in Japan. We're like, what the fuck? And then sarap, man. And then the first time the reason why it got released there was Sony Music, since it was still new, it was new in Asia, apart from Japan.
Mhm.
So, kumbaga, China and then the rest of Southeast Asia.
Mhm.
They made a showcase. So, from each country they would take a band from Sony to represent the Philippines, China, Thailand,
nice.
Singapore, Malaysia, Indonesia. So we played in Tokyo for that showcase. So we represented Sony Philippines, Sony Music. And putang ina, pare. Oh my God, man. First thing I noticed is like ang daming flyover. Kasi sa atin, we only have...
Oh yeah.
Di ba?
Ang dami nga.
Ang daming flyover from the airport pa
Dami
lang,
nga.
pare. And then the
Yeah,
train, and then the train from the airport to the bus, or the whatever transport. There was a train, and it's like every step we took was high tech.
Yeah.
It was just high tech, and then the doors of the cabs would open by itself. When you're approaching the cab, doosh, it'll open, and you're like there, whoa, dude.
Yeah. Super. Yep. Definitely.
And then,
Tokyo for sure.
Tokyo, and then so yun, we I have a funny story about that, and then so we got chosen from that showcase out of all the Asian bands.
Right.
So the price, quote unquote, the price of that was to get our album released there in Japan. So the second time we went there, yun na. the album was released. So we were there to promote it. And it was just awesome,
Nice.
dude. It was fucking awesome.
Nice. How are their venues? I'm sure puta sarap ang tunog dun.
Oh,
I'm
pare. And
sure.
they were all, I mean, we didn't have our crew. We had only one guy who was our crew, you know.
Right, right.
He was the sound guy slash lights guy slash everything na, you know, the general
Wow.
guy.
Okay.
Because we
Yeah.
were allowed to bring one tech, you know, with
Uh-huh.
us. And yeah, the venue, we gave them a list of the equipment that we need. And when we got there to the venue, when we saw
Magic.
the stage, it was like exactly what we asked for, pare. I'm like, oh shit, because dude, I fucking, for all the drummers out there and people who know Neil Peart of Rush, I mimicked his exact drum set.
Did you pad your drum kit? You padded it, your set? What you wanted?
No,
Your
no,
riders
just
for the drum.
just the acoustic set, the one in front. Whatever that
Yeah, yeah,
was,
yeah. Ah, okay.
I copied the whole the fucking thing. I copied the size, everything. Not the electric drums in the back. So I'm like, holy shit. And they fucking and they set it up just like that. And when I got to when I got to the venue, it was already set up like holy shit. They did it. They got everything we wanted. And then oh my god, bad. And then there was a crew there already, the ones who set it up, the sound system and the lights. They were doing sound check, line check, and all of that. And we just got on stage and did our own, you know, sound check, and it was so professional. And we weren't used to that. I mean, not knocking on the Philippines, but it was so much more
Next level,
professional,
yeah.
next level. I mean, world class level. And you know, in Japan, when that level is, it's like these people they work in smaller venues or bigger venues. The size of the venue doesn't matter. The job is still the same. They're still all
They'll
sound
do it.
engineers and all of that. You know.
Yeah. Sarap.
Yeah, it was like a wonderland, dude. It's like an amusement
Yeah.
park there, man. And nobody
Nakapasok
spoke
ka.
English, pare.
Nakapasok ka sa mga music stores doon? Did you ever get?
Did we go to a music store? I think the small ones, like the Iscanita ones.
I because I chanced on one. I just went up an escalator, the wrong escalator ng building.
Yeah,
Puta,
that's what I mean.
The tip of the escalator, and it's been like, oh my god, what's this? Parang,
You posted that, right, on Facebook?
yeah.
Yeah, I
did.
saw that.
Yeah, I did. That was insane. I said, because you don't expect it to be there.
Yeah, right.
Diba?
Yeah.
And like, you know, like Guitar Center, whatever. You know, Guitar Center. It's a big building. And ito parang, wala, escalator. Oh, ay, mali yatang napasukan ko. So pag-agad ko, whoa, what's this? It's a whole football field of stuff. Man.
Oh my God. Wow.
Crazy.
And this is the real stuff, right? This is not like knockoffs.
Oh, no.
Wow.
No.
That's the thing with Japan. They take everything seriously.
And they know how. One thing I noticed about Japan,
Mm.
and I hate it about them, is that they know how to put their stuff in such a way that you want to buy everything. Even if you don't want to buy anything, you're like, tang ina. Gusto ko to. Kahit abobot, kahit walang silbi, di ba?
Yeah.
Gusto kong bilhin to ah. So you really have to exercise self-restraint in
There
Japan.
is a store here. There are stores here that are totally Japanese, like Japanese stuff. General store, but it's all Japanese stuff. And it's all stuff that you don't need, but they look so cool because they've been the quality is good. That's why it's like it looks like wow, that looks valuable for only what, $250? Oh shit.
It's hard to find stuff na ano nga eh. Usually the stuff that I find na basura are the stuff you will see na mga cheap na made in China, which they sell also, diba? They sell that stuff din naman. But generally, in a shop na a respectable store type of situation, even if it's small store lang, they know how to entice your eyes
Dude,
which
the
is,
smaller the store, I think the more serious the
I
sellers
know, it's an
are.
art. It's an art form. It's an art
Yeah.
form. Talaga.
Yeah, dude, yeah. What I did go to Japan was record stores, and then
Yun,
I
kakahilo.
and then Tower Records. Did you go to
Yeah.
Tower Records?
Oh,
The eight
that's
floors.
always that's a no for me. It's a for sure stop. Although
Mm,
for someone who has been, worshiping at the altar of music for all my life,
right.
because I always take people to Japan. I'm always on the job, so to
Yeah.
speak.
Oh,
Even if
right.
I'm with my family, because I'm the one who will still arrange for everything, right? I
Yeah.
have never had more than an hour inside or an hour and a half. Sige, sabihin natin an hour and a half inside tower, which is nothing, right?
No,
It's
that's
like
one floor, dude. That's one floor.
it's exactly, it's like I blow my nose and I'm like, "Puta, time's up already. I have to go already." So that's why, truth be told, my dream is to go to Japan on my terms. Because
Right.
I've never done it. In all the times I've been to Japan, and I've been here several times,
Yeah.
I've never been on my terms. When I want to do what I want to do, it's never happened. That's my dream trip to
So
Japan.
wait. So okay. So what do you wanna do, man?
Hey, sisters and brothers, I have a new sponsor, my friends Gary and Marilu from alkalinewatersogood.com. They are international Kangen water distributors. Kangen water is delicious water created from Enagic's innovative water technology. Enagic is 56-year-old Japanese company with 40 offices in 23 countries, including an office in Manila and 8 offices in the US. And it is the leading manufacturer of alkaline ionizers and water filtration machines in the world. Not only do these devices filter your tap water, but they also produce ionized alkaline and acidic waters through electrolysis. These waters can be used for various purposes, including drinking, cooking, beauty, and cleaning. Can you imagine never buying bottled water again? The plastic in bottled water often contains BPA and other chemicals which are proven to be hazardous to your health. And how much fun is it lugging cases of it from the market, recycling it, and plastic is an environmental nightmare. According to Gary, it's also a great way to add an additional income stream. He's been selling machines for over 12 years internationally, and everyone needs the healthiest water in the world. So, folks, if you have any questions about Kangen water, check out their website at alkalinewatersogood.com. That's alkalinewatersogood.com. Or you can email them at gary@garyballin.com. Gary Ballin with 2 L's.com.
I mean, when you get there and it's just JJ Yulos, this is my
Oh my
bitch.
god. Yeah, that is my bitch. No, I want to explore. I want to explore neighborhoods.
How long? Wait, how long
More
do you wanna? How long is a good time for you? Now
the
you start.
average trip.
Hmm.
The average trip that I have taken, I will say, is usually 5 nights. Okay, when I take people there or whatever, it's usually 5 nights. Because it's so vast and it's so big that you cannot. And hirap eh. It's not like, when you used to go to Hong Kong. Hong
Hmm.
Kong, in one afternoon, you go to 3 places. Sisiu. Walang
Oh
problema.
yeah, yeah,
Tapos na ako dito. Train ka lang. Wala pang 10 minutes, andun ka na, di ba?
yeah,
Lakad ka ng konti, you're there already.
yeah.
Sa Japan, sa Tokyo, Tokyo especially, hindi yan pwede. I think I told you this. You gotta cut it up, you know, and get lost and don't expect, because I know people make lists like I do. Don't expect to do everything on your list. It's
Oh
not
yeah.
going to happen. It's
No,
not gonna
I
happen.
don't make I don't make lists, man.
Yeah.
What I do when I travel is I just get there, and then I thank God these days there are translator apps. So when I went to
Yeah.
Spain, I had the translator. So I just I mean in Mexico, You just type in English. You show them, and they communicate. You can communicate. It's so it's so great,
That's the best. That's the best. Yes.
But yeah,
for sure.
I don't make plans unless it's really like a specific. Okay, or an example would be we're going to Disneyland today. That's a specific.
Oh yeah. For sure.
But aside from that, it's like take me.
Yes. And then, and some of the best times, which I have actually lectured on this, when you travel, is when you stumble on things it wasn't planned.
Oh,
diba?
yeah. Yep.
And then it becomes more memorable for you. And that's how I want to go through Tokyo for sure. But there, it's Tokyo, there's so many facets of Tokyo.
I know.
And diba? Ang daming pwedeng.
I mean, all those districts that I mean, that Shinjuku, Shibuya, all those, they all have their own thing. They're all famous. Can you imagine?
Yes.
It's just like when as a Filipino or as a person from Manila, QC is like this, San Juan is like this, Pasig is like that, Makati is like this, Alabang is like that.
Yeah,
and it's the same with Tokyo. I mean, all these other districts,
Yes.
Oh my God.
But here's the thing. That I have learned also. I have learned this also. Because we are Pinoys, we walk and we look at things on eye level. That's how we look.
Right.
So we're walking down Harajuku. Oh, it's a store. Cafe. Let's go here. We don't look up. We're not used to looking up. And some of the greatest treasures in Tokyo, anyway, are hidden in buildings and all these things. And you have to start going randomly.
What's an example of like that? Like murals or sculptures in the buildings?
Sure.
Yeah.
Art and sculptures. Or even like if you want to discover all these like me, I love Japanese food. So every time I go to Japan, I want to eat everything na lang, diba?
Yeah.
Some of the best stuff is not on the street. Because nga, like every other nation with real high real estate, prices, they can't afford to stay ground level. So a lot of the places, the nice ones, or the ones who don't want to be too discovered, maybe, or something.
Yeah.
Will go na lang into the buildings. So I don't know. I've learned that. That's why it doesn't matter if you've been there. It doesn't even matter if you've lived there. There's so many things that you won't discover unless you use your instincts, unless you talk to people, unless you really are 100% present. Diba? You have to be there.
You have to be there. You have to. It's like you have to be. You have to. That's like me. It's like I travel. When I explore, it's slow. I'm just strolling. The other tourists. This is like in Spain. The other tourists, they have plans, so they're walking faster than I'm just like strolling like a local.
15 minutes na tayo dito. Let's go na to the next.
Yeah. Oh gosh, I can't do that. I cannot. I cannot.
Yeah. Daming
because when I travel, especially to maybe first world countries, and then I just bring a vaporizer for my weed, and then there's so many European countries are already legal anyway. You get your weed there.
Yeah.
So that's what I do. I just bring a vape around the city, and I just walk, and I'm stoned the whole day. I go to a museum,
take it in,
and then eat along the way.
Yeah.
It's like that's how I do it, and I'll do it in Spain. I'll do it if ever I get the chance to go to France. I'll do it the same way. Basta urban where you can walk and you can use public transportation or you can use a bicycle or whatever. That's my style.
Yeah, man. Shut up. You should visit other cities also in Japan, like mga. For me, actually, my favorite now is Kyoto. Because that's the Japan in my head. So I was as a kid, I was always in. I used to read one of the first books, serious adult books I ever read was about this ninja. Puta, it's all
Our generation loves ninjas, man.
yeah, man. It's all patayan. It's either patayan or he's a stud, so sex siya ng sex. Ganun.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, yeah.
so,
Yeah.
so anyway, but the thing is it was all set in Japan, right? So anyway, I super got into this whole Japanese thing, and in my head, Japan looked like Kyoto. That's why I've been there a few times.
They have
I
more
don't think it's very
traditional houses, no?
yes, but it's a mix of both traditional and there's some modern stuff also,
Modern.
which is why it's cool. Kasi nga, you get to experience and all that. I would love to go deeper into that and maybe and places around Tokyo also. Tokyo kasi
Yeah.
it's 'di ba, as you have seen already, it can get overwhelming 'di ba? Parang
Yeah.
okay siya.
Fuck.
No, okay siya, but after a while,
Everyone's
you're like,
going somewhere, you know.
I'm tired na. I'm tired na. Diba? Kyoto is the perfect place to walk with your vape. Put it that way. That's
Oh
the
yeah,
perfect
yeah.
place.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Diba?
Oh my god. I can't even oh shit. Oh my god. If I can take in some edibles and then I'll just eat a whole fucking cookie.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then because that's what it is. It's a wonderland, pare. And then out of nowhere, syempre, they're gonna be cosplayers coming down the street. You'll be like, oh shit, here we go.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Or, you can take your trip. You can go by the river pala. You can walk the river. Dami mo na makikita doon.
No, I
And then
haven't, I haven't experienced that, you know.
yeah. And when you do, it's the way. When you do, it's like, tangina, shit, ang ganda dito, man. Although, supposedly, Tokyo guys don't really like Kyoto guys or something like that. There's a
Okay.
feud. A feud or something. Feeling daw sobrang mga taga Kyoto. Parang sobrang social
They're like,
sobra.
hey, the guys from Tokyo are like, yeah, you spelled it wrong. And the Kyoto guys are like, you spelled it wrong.
Tangina nyo, kaming unang capital ha, tangina nyo. Ganun yata yung mga yun eh. Ganun yung mga
Yeah,
yun,
but
eh.
Kyoto was the first capital, right?
It was.
Yeah, it
exactly.
was.
So they
Yeah,
still
yeah,
they have a chip on their shoulder like, Tokyo.
Yeah.
Wala. Kyoto is still the
We're the
Kyoto is still
OGs.
yeah, we're the OGs. But it's pretty, undoubtedly. And me, while I love cities, I love the rush, it's urban stuff and whatever.
I love
I
it. dude.
also I do like you sit by the river. It's very pleasant. There's lots of plants. So spend a moment and enjoy that din naman, diba? It doesn't have to be so boom, 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 boom.
That's one thing I noticed on my trips wherever, including New York. So, and Madrid. Madrid is so dense.
Yeah.
New York is so dense. Manhattan's so dense. And they purposefully put like one of the best parks in the world, like Central Park. It's so big, and it's like when you're inside Central Park, it's like
Yeah.
you're inside another world. It's
yeah.
another world. And then the parks in Madrid are the same way. In Barcelona, when I went, in Japan, I haven't been to those serene, silent places yet. That's what I want to feel, because that's another side of Japan. Because all you see is the hustle and bustle of Tokyo, but then you have the other side, which is the tong, tong,
Nature.
tong, tong,
Yeah. Yeah.
you know.
Yep.
I want to see that side, man.
Yes.
I
You
wanna
should
see-
go. Oh my God. You should go to Hokkaido. Wow.
Yes,
Nature
dude, I
trip.
just saw it on fucking Instagram just like an hour ago. It was like a travel ad in Hokkaido. And then I was flipping through the things. There was like 8 things. And then I realized, oh, these are the things in Hokkaido. Like,
Yeah.
putang ina, everything's galing here.
Galing doon. And then it's not like Tokyo because it's pretty. There are things, but it's slower. It's slower. It's not as it won't take your money as much as Tokyo.
No.
You won't. It's not like I want to buy this. No, not that. The food's awesome. The food's awesome. And then if you what do you call this? If you plan it right, if you just research, you can go up to, oh man, all these places with like lakes and forests, and to see
Oh
that,
man.
the nature side of Japan. Wow, it's beautiful. Really. As in, it's beautiful na papaano ka, mapapa genuflect ka sa sobrang ganda.
Oh
That's
yeah.
how I felt every time, yeah, when I
Wow.
see it. I'm like,
Respect.
oh
Di ba? Parang you feel
God.
like, oh shit, I gotta respect this, man. you know?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, and then yung maganda sa Hokkaido, I guess I'm such a city rat, right? I'm not used to this stuff. Puta, I've taken kasi two groups already, bandang tail end of winter entering spring. So may snow pa. Because it's a nice time to be there during the snow. Because
Wow.
Hokkaido's all about cold weather and stuff like that.
Wow. Oh my
But,
gosh.
I have literally seen foxes walk across me like you would see a stray pup walking across you. And I was like, holy shit, that's a wild fox.
Oh
And
really? Like a red
yeah,
fox?
yeah,
Oh
you see, I
my
took a
god.
picture. It was literally like a few feet away from me. And I'm like, dude, you don't see this in cities, and you know, and I think it's nice to, I don't know, I kind of think it's great to be in touch with the rest of the world like that, instead of just seeing, buildings and a
Yeah, no,
shit
no,
ton of
of
cars.
course. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
It's a balance, man.
yeah,
That's
you gotta
why I
balance.
love that's why I like a city. At the end of the day, New York really is my favorite because people speak English, you know.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, I love New York. I love New
So
York also.
you can be yourself talaga, because if you're
Yeah,
trying to translate, then you can't really, it's harder,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
it's a
yeah,
different
yeah, yeah,
language. So
yeah.
but yeah, it's like it's like the perfect balance. Like if I and then my sister would always we were there like maybe um when was the last time? Maybe 4 years, 3 years ago. And
Mm-hmm.
and my sister was like, she'd be like, bagay ka dito, Manong. sabi ko, sabi ko talaga, bagay talaga ako dito. And
Tangina,
then I'm
mahal lang
like,
sa New York. Yan ang
yeah,
problema.
that's why I'm not there, man. Because I can't. No way, man. It's like I was thinking about it. It's like, you know what? It's great, but then to live here is like, and then we stayed in like not exactly Airbnb, but something like that,
Uh-huh,
And
uh-huh.
the apartment was like small, you know, like
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah,
malaking adjustment to, pare. This is
yeah,
like the real thing, man. I mean, it doesn't get any more
yeah.
real than New York, pare.
That's why they go. That's why people go out kasi nababaliw sila sa loob ng maliit,
Yes.
maliit na apartment. So they have
Oh
to.
my
Their life's
gosh.
actually in the street, di ba?
Yeah.
Pero mahirap doon. Everyone I know has lived there has moved out. Not moved out of Manhattan anyway. So they're in the outer boroughs and all
Yeah.
that. They still commute to work or whatever, but
Right.
live in. I think you have a shelf life in Manhattan, unless you live in a nice, you know, big space. But what are the
Grabe,
chances?
no?
Yeah,
Grabe. It's
yeah,
so expensive to live there, my gosh. And then and then I've been to a couple of apartments of friends in New York, and they're small, man. I mean, like, and of course they're small, and then of course because one person lives there, just one person. But me myself, I would get cabin fever even though if I was locked down in New York right now. I don't know,
yeah.
man.
Oh,
I don't know, man.
nakakabaliw yan, dude. Mahirap
Dude,
yan. Yeah, 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 yeah. I hear you. I hear you.
shit, diba?
Oh, I
But
would go to Central Park every day.
oh
Oh,
yeah.
wait. Stay
Oh
there.
yeah, there was a
Strawberry
time
Fields.
when they did quarantines, those white circles in
Yeah.
Central Park. That was a good
Yeah,
idea. I mean, I love that city so much, man, because it's just everything is there. And then
yeah,
we decided, okay, let's splurge one meal na talagang
yeah,
mahal for us, whatever.
yeah, yeah,
Diba?
yeah.
And then so we go to the Plaza Hotel,
And then, pare,
Wow.
the Plaza Hotel, they have a food court in the basement.
Yes, yes.
Di ba?
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah,
uy
yeah, yeah.
pare, parang, sabi ko, parang SM Mega Mall to sa basement yung food court. Pero syempre, social, di ba? Kasi Plaza
Social.
Hotel,
Oo, social,
social
no?
lahat, di ba?
Oo.
And then there was a stall in the middle. I remember it was a big sushi bar, pare. I'm like, fuck, man. You know, I mean, like, and then you look at the prices and like, oh man, I can live with good sushi and I'm happy. You know, I don't need to pay that. You know, I'm so
Sure, sure.
meticulous with like stuff like that. But the other stall, it was a smaller stall, and they were selling caviar and foie gras. So it's the foie gras, the size of a feta cracker, and the caviar on top,
Yeah,
and it's orange caviar.
yeah,
And one of those is $14. That's expensive, man.
yeah.
That's expensive, dude.
For a small, for a small
Yeah,
one.
it's the size of a feta cracker, but a little thicker than the cracker, syempre.
Oh,
And then the maybe an inch of caviar on top. And then we take a bite, and then you're like, oh, one bite pa lang, sulit na yung 14, pare. It's just the top quality that you can find. And then what was fun about that was that my friend John, we were there in the same trip, John Aquino, his aunt owns the one in Makati Ave, the Pizza Rollo. You remember that?
oh yeah.
There is a Pizza Rollo in the food court of the Plaza Hotel in New York City.
Oh,
And it's the same
cool.
one, same owner.
Yeah.
I'm like, Pizza Rollo. I'm
Wow.
like, I fucking love that pizza because I like that Pizza Rollo. Oh man, it's really good. So when I said, oh, it's like, wow, look at that. There's a Pinoy, actual Pinoy owned.
That's
you
cool.
know, it's cool, man. And I'm like, okay, that's cool because it's good to begin with. So I'm sure, that's why they're there because they have quality.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
I miss New York tuloy.
Yeah, man. And then
I miss it.
in going back to Japan, and then they opened the Super Nintendo World, dude. Have
Oh,
you
yeah.
seen that?
Yes. I've seen videos. That's gonna be insane. The amusement park, you mean? The amusement park? Oh, tangina.
Dude,
Yeah.
you have to,
gonna be insane.
if you could just bring in actual magic mushrooms, pare, and then go in there. Oh my god, and see the big mushroom. You're like, oh.
Did you see the Mario creator do his like walkthrough of the park? There's a YouTube video
Uh-huh.
of him walking through the park.
Oh yeah,
So
I saw that. Yeah, with the
what?
watch.
Their game, with the watch, and then it's so funny. I'm like, grabe, these guys, man. Attention to detail, talaga.
Grabe. And it looks so the way you're a Mac user, right?
Yes.
The new one, the new OS, doesn't it look like Texas Instruments to you?
The new OS? Wow, wait. I don't think I'm on the new OS kasi I didn't
Not yet.
upgrade. No, I
But
don't
anyway,
think so. Wait.
if you get the upgrade, they change the look, and it's all the edges are soft, and it reminds me so much of that. You remember that calculator, the Texas Instruments thing?
Yes.
It's like
Oh
that.
my
The
God.
edges are like that. It's just round, soft edges. I don't know. It just reminded me of that stuff like that. And then what my point was is that Super Mario, that Nintendo World. I don't know, man. The graphics are so nice now, man. the way they draw them, the
Yes.
way the colors. It's like it's basic colors, but I don't know what it is, man. It's something different. They're like, I don't know. Are they brighter colors
no.
or just really deep reds and yellows?
More powerful equipment plus nicer TVs on our part.
Right.
Oh, that's what I think. Oh, I have my own Switch. So that helped me also. Yung more tunganga stuff lang.
No,
I
yeah.
just play.
Oh, me, yeah.
And then,
PS4.
that definitely helps. That definitely helps. Also, it doesn't have to be anything violent or whatever. Sometimes I have this game called Clubhouse Games. Puta, checkers, darts,
Oh, the best.
cards. Well, dun lang ako. Or sometimes my kids join me and then we'll just, shoot the breeze. Yan ang mga pandemic bomb. Pandemic medicine.
There's I subscribe to Apple Arcade, and Apple their games are fun, man. Because the graphics are Apple style, Mac style.
Yeah.
So it's not the typical, not the typical thing, but I like the look.
So it's worth it, ah. I was looking into it, but I'm not sure if I wanna jump into. Sana may trial or something.
The what?
The Apple Arcade. Oh, but you need pala Apple. Literally need an Apple TV, di ba? To play the games, or not necessarily.
No, I play it on my laptop, on my phone.
Okay.
You just subscribe to it and then you download the games.
Yeah.
Some games are really cool. Some are like really simple, but like that. It's like simple, but
Yeah.
Just to pass the time if you feel.
I like shit like that. Or and honestly, when you get anxious, that's the best.
Yeah.
I have my own little games on my phone now. Yung pang fuck, I'm really so I'll just play for a few minutes just to calm myself
Just
and
to
then
calm yourself,
then I'm okay. Yeah. Tough.
I started because of Queen's Gambit. I started using the chess app finally.
Oh, it's hard, pare. Chess. I love it, but it's
hard, man.
What a game.
You really have to be on it. You can't just be like lying down on the bed on the laptop and just move here. It's like, and then after a while, holy shit, the computer literally fucking cornered you. Like, what the fuck happened, man?
Yeah. And that's the thing. I know how to play it, how to move the pieces, but how to play it, I have no.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's deep. It's really, you have to read up on it or at least learn it from someone or whatever.
So far, the simplest or the first maybe strategy that they will teach you, or the most famous one is the Sicilian defense. Is when you move the horse forward, diba?
I don't know.
Well, yeah,
I've
I
heard
think that's it.
I don't know.
That's it. Yeah, it's the one. It's like you move the horse. The pawn. Your first move is always the pawn, diba? He plays it.
Yeah.
So when there's space for the horse to go, you move the horse right away in the front to the front or whatever, forward right away. And I guess that's what they call it, the Sicilian defense. I love it.
Wow.
I love they give these terms, and it's just chess, man. But it's like that series of Queen's Gambit. It's like the way. I mean, I'm just saying with my experience, it's like they made it in chess interesting to actually, you get nerdy about it. It's like, ooh, Sicilian defense. Diba? It's like, but why Sicily, pare? Who the fuck had to die with this move? Or, diba? There's like intrigue.
Yeah.
And then Queen's Gambit is also another move, So
I've always been low-key interested because there are always these cool movies about like, even in New York, diba, mga ganun, there's like these guys who play chess on the sidewalk lang. Yung mga who play speed chess or the park.
Yeah.
Mga stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's parang secret society. Yung dating ng diba? They know things that you don't. Mga ganun.
Oh yeah,
That's
they know
always
things that you don't, man.
It's really intrigued me. I just never took a deep dive into it.
Because I when I saw Queen's Gambit, Netflix put out a documentary. I forget the title, but it was the best American chess player, and he was, and then he somehow, I think he went crazy because he was too good.
Bobby Fischer.
Yes, Bobby Fischer.
Bobby Fischer.
It was a movie about. It was called Finding Bobby Fischer.
Right,
So it was a movie about a child prodigy chess player, and like you said, one of the major scenes is those chess players in New York City in Manhattan Square Park, and they're there. They're there all day. So it's like
timers.
my timer pa. Oh my god.
Pressure talaga.
Yeah, it's a really a battle. I mean, it's the most serious battle that you can fight another human being without being violent.
Yeah,
I think.
I think so.
And that's why when they lose, they're like really fucking putang ina pare. What the fuck did you do, pa? Di ba? It's like, and then it finally clicked with me. Na, okay, I get it now. I get why people who like chess. I think it's cool that you're strategizing like 3 moves in advance.
Yeah.
Man, I mean, those are. It's not a sidewalk thing, dude. It's not. It's not a.
Oh, it's a serious game.
Oh, it's not. I mean, I'm what I meant. It's not a pedestrian thing,
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah. It's not like, not to diss it, but not like checkers. Hey, checkers, you just like, tuk, 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 tuk. Di ba? I mean, yeah, may strategy naman ng checkers, pero chess, puta, ibang usapan na yan, man.
Yeah, man. I mean,
ibang
when you
usapan
have
na
it, when you go into a house and there's a chessboard there, you're like, ooh, yeah. You never see a checkerboard, I never checkers board. You never see one because it's a fucking game board, pare. It's a cardboard that comes with like a Monopoly or something,
Yeah. It's true.
So there was another series that I don't know if you've seen it. It's on HBO naman. It was called
Wala.
Love
Wala HBO.
Well, check it out if you can. It's called Lovecraft Country. Lovecraft Country. And it's the did what's happening now kasi it's like back in the 80s and 90s. You remember when Boys in the Hood came out, and then all these gangsta movies came out, that whole thing. So as Filipinos, we were looking like, wow, yung culture ng black people in America or whatever, the gangsta lifestyle. And then this one naman is what's happening now is black horror films. Made by black directors and producers. That's what's happening now. And this is a series, it's a horror series made by black director, black, everyone's black. Everybody black. Yeah. But the thing, everybody black. But it's set in the 1930s. 1940s in the American South, the racist American South. Jim Crow, the Ku Klux Klan, black people being lynched and shit,
Right.
But it's a horror. It's horror.
Wow.
I think you will like that one.
Galing.
It's galing, dude. And there's, oh my God, there's one episode that it's like, it's like when, because before the pandemic era, we only had like 2 really major series, or maybe 3 that people were watching. The Walking Dead. What's the other one? The Walking Dead. Shit. Breaking Bad, and then another one. Game of Thrones.
Right.
But now there's so many series like that. Like it's like in Game of Thrones, everyone was raving about the Battle of the Bastards.
Yeah.
It's like the whole world that it was raving. Oh, Battle of the Bastards! Oh my God!
Yeah.
So in this Lovecraft Country, there's one episode where they do something and it's the same reaction. Na, oh, putang ina pare! Holy shit! And it's like it's because it's horror, but it's not like Bram Stoker's Dracula kind of horror.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
It's like it has may halo ng sci-fi eh. So
Oh,
yeah,
I'm looking at it now, by the way. It's
yeah,
interesting.
yeah. And I have a crush on the lead actress too, man. She's cute.
Nice.
But anyway, um, but yeah, check it out, man. I mean, that's one of the shows that I discovered during this whole thing.
Sige nga.
And also
Okay.
speaking of anime, since you're a fan of anime, I got into anime because of you.
Me?
Yeah, because of you. Because I remember back in the Antioch days, we went to your house because you had a copy. Yeah, we went to your house because you had a copy of Akira, the movie.
Okay. Yeah.
Do you remember that time?
Yeah. Yes. That was
And
my
I was
brother's.
like, I didn't know what the hell. I didn't know. I didn't know anime from the anime I knew was Mazinger Z and all that.
Yeah.
And then we watched it. I'm like, wow, pare.
Lalim na Akira.
Ang
Oh.
lalim nito, pare. What the hell's happening? You know,
Yeah.
what the hell's happening? Until the end, you're like, what's happening? What's happening? This is fucked up
Yeah.
shit. This is really
Yeah.
fucked up shit.
Yep. Super.
My
Dami.
God.
Ang daming anime, tangina.
There's so much.
Nakakalula.
I really like that's my favorite kind of animation, really. The way it's just the way it looks, man. It's just so cool. I don't know, man. It's just really cool. And then especially when like HBO released their own animes actually. I mean not HBO but Netflix.
Yeah.
Did you ever get to see Seis Manos?
Not yet. No.
You ever hear that? Okay, this one's really cool. It's a series anime, American made, but of course I guess Japanese artist pa rin
Yeah.
because it looks so good. Anyway, it's set in Mexico, Mexican cast,
Mhm.
but it is told and shot, cinematography, whatever, like a kung fu movie, 70s kung fu,
Oh, cool.
60s kung fu. So it's Mexicans doing kung fu. The whole thing. But it's Mexican. Mexican characters. And they're in Mexico, pare. And the show is called Seis Manos because there are three. The main characters are three kung fu. They're almost masters, but they're really good, you know.
Right.
And it's like Voltes 5, man. Since there are only three, the typical stereotypical characters would be the macho guy, the Steve
Yeah.
in Voltes 5 folklore, and then you have Jamie, the girl, the female. They have the female, and then they have their little John, the funny. He's not overweight.
yeah.
He's just a big
Comedy
dude.
relief. The
Comedy relief, but he's
Yeah,
not
yeah.
He's not fat like Big Bird, like
Yeah,
big
Bird.
Big Bird.
Bird.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Big Bird. And but they're all kung fu masters, pare. and then they battle. And then there's one episode when they battle an actual Chinese kung fu master, like the dude in like the dude like the teacher in Kill Bill Volume 2, the
Oh, okay.
teacher of
Okay.
Uma Thurman
Yeah,
is
yeah,
exactly like that,
yeah.
but in anime. Oh my god, dude! That's another thing that I think you love, man.
That really is the appeal naman talaga of anime also. It's escapist fare, diba? It's like that's why it's nice also, diba? It's you escape. You're like, this is not real world, so I can just like
Yeah,
chill and watch the whole.
just chill and watch it. I mean, it's violent, but hey, it's not
Yeah.
real, you know.
It's very different from a movie violent. I think anime violence and movie violence very different
Yeah,
for me.
actually, the
Check it
the
out.
violence in movies is so. Sometimes, I'm not trying to pat myself on the back, but there's some things that in the movie or in a series, a TV series, na I'll guess the next thing that's gonna happen, because it's kind of
Yeah.
obvious. So I'm like,
Yeah. Yeah.
whoa, wait a minute. That's not supposed to happen, man. I'm not the writer.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
don't want to
Yeah.
feel like that. I don't want to feel superior to the writer because that
Right.
I'm not. I have nothing to do with whatever the show is. But it's kind of obvious where it was going, you know. And I'm sure I'm
Right.
not the
Right.
only one who noticed that, diba? You know, I'm not
Yeah.
special.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
So,
I hear
you
you.
know, did you ever get to watch that movie, that Mazinger Z movie, that last one, maybe 5 years ago?
Last one. Nah. Is that the one where all the Mazingers get together or something like that?
Yeah.
Parang may ganun eh. No, I never got a copy eh. I think there was a copy floating around here, pero it wasn't translated. It was in Japanese. So for me, it was like, well, I'll wait till someone
Right.
translates it, then I'll watch it.
I actually saw it in the theater, man. I was like, wow, they're gonna show Mazinger, because there are theaters here that are that show independent films.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So you know, they showed Mazinger Z. I was like, oh shit, man, Mazinger Z in the movie theater. Oh my god, let's smoke 5 joints, pare, you know.
Dito, may lalabas na live Voltes 5.
Oh yeah. What
You
do you
saw
think
that?
about that? What do you think
I don't
about
know.
that?
I don't know how I feel about it. It's my fucking GMA 7. So let's hope they do a good job because they'll crush the hearts of many middle-aged men if they don't do it. If they don't do it well. Puta. Di ba? Parang,
Middle-aged
oh,
men. Hey man,
Voltes 5.
a lot of those middle-aged men are in power or whatever, you know.
Oh, yeah. But still, they'll still feel bad if that Voltes 5 thing sucks, man.
Of course. No, I don't know.
That's the
There
great
is.
writer.
Oh my gosh, I don't know, man. They have to be serious enough about it. Like, oh, speaking of which, I was gonna, before we change topic, I wanted to talk to you about your Tokyo group thing and then your food thing. But before we go to that, uh, keeping it in the pop culture realm first. Have you seen Cobra Kai yet?
I have seen a few episodes. That's another thing. It's on my list, and I've seen a few. What did I reach na? Pumasok na si Daniel San sa dojo. Parang he had it just started. It just started picking up. So he got that apprentice guy na. Diba? He has that
The kid.
Yeah, the kid. And then pumasok na si Daniel San sa dojo. That's the last thing I remember. And then I kind of stopped. I know it's gone far already, and I know like there are like a lot of the old characters
seasons.
are back and whatever.
2 seasons worth na. I'm talking like it's so easy because I'm in America, you know, everything's available in a snap of a button, you know.
Right.
But what I can say about that, relating it to the Voltes 5 thing, is that if you get a chance to continue watching Cobra Kai, you'll notice that it was made by fans. You know, they're middle-aged men who are fans when it. Yeah, that's what the producer, the director, the writer, everyone, they're all fans of the original, just like us. And what they made, it was because there was a chance that it would become a parody of the past,
Right.
but they succeeded in making it. Right now, it's like Karate Kid. It's like the Star Wars realm. There are these characters that we all know. Karate Kid has the same thing. There's Daniel-san. There's who's the guy? I keep forgetting his name. The arch enemy of Daniel. Then you have Mr. Miyagi, and then the mom, the girlfriend. All these characters that are important to the. It's like Avengers, you know. Each character has a role.
Yeah.
They have lasting memories. It's like you care about each character. Is what I mean. And they actually succeeded in moving forward with the story. And now what's happening now is that in the movie it was just black and white. Daniel was good, and gosh, I keep forgetting that character's name. His opponent. His opponent, the guy.
Guy.
Yeah. Sweep the leg. And your allegiance shifts. At first, okay, you're kakampi with Daniel San. This is in Cobra Kai, right? And after a few episodes, you're like, ay pucha, kupal ni Daniel San Yabang niya. Then you find yourself rooting for the other guy, the bad guy. Supposedly the bad guy.
It's not so bad pala.
It's not so bad pala. I mean, Daniel's just as bad. And then there are I don't know if you've noticed the flashbacks. And I won't spoil it for you, but you'll see na, you'll have that epiphany na, uy, medyo asshole din si Daniel San
Di ba? I reached that far.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
I mean, Daniel was always the one who threw the first punch. Always a sucker punch.
Right.
It's like in the real world, like, he's not cool. But then the other guy's a dick too. So it's like,
yeah. But it's not how did they say how many seasons they're gonna make of that till they wrap up the whole story
right
arc?
now season 2 Mark 1 just ended.
Mm-hmm.
And then they're gonna wait maybe a month or two, and then the Mark 2 is gonna come out right away. So it's not like before when Game of Thrones. Dude, remember last season of Game of Thrones, we had to wait 2 years for that.
Yeah.
2 years, man.
Yeah.
That was a big deal. So right now, it's like, since there is so much ADD happening now in the world, it's let's release 6 to 7 episodes, or no, the first 10 episodes of season 2, and then they have another 10 coming up next in maybe 2 months,
Mm-hmm.
And I like it, man. I love it. And no one's complaining. I mean, all of those characters, they're rock stars again. Ralph Macchio is a rock star too. The kids and the grandkids of his original fans.
Yeah.
And he looks the same.
Yeah. He does look the same.
He looks the same. He has a few lines on his forehead and, eye bags or whatever from being a parent.
Yeah.
But
that's about it.
It's about it. And he sounds the same. And then it's great, man. It's great. It's those things, we're lucky that those things were made before the pandemic, so they got released during the pandemic.
Mm-hmm.
So everyone was entertained. If you had Netflix, you'd be lucky enough to see Cobra Kai and Queen's Gambit or other movies or whatever. And keep sane at the very least, I don't know, man.
The name of the game, man. Name of the game. Yeah. Keep sane.
So let's move on to your Tokyo. What was it? Tokyo Eats. What was the title of the thing?
Well, I used name of my blog, Just Jonesing Tokyo,
Just
or
Jonesing.
whatever city we're gonna visit. Yeah, I'll just put it there. So that's how I call it.
So what's that? I mean, it came out of nowhere. I'm like, wow, this is cool. Why am I not in Manila? I can't go with them shit.
Oh, I've been doing it for a while. I've been doing it for a long time na. It's about 10 years na ko nang ginagawa yan. But I didn't start in Japan until a few years ago.
Oh, okay.
And Japan is arguably the land of never-ending content. Because there's always stuff to see and do and try in Japan. You cannot run out of stuff, right?
Yes, I agree.
And therein lies the beauty of visiting there. So my not naman a goal, but sana every time I bring a group there, we have those moments of discovery. Na we discover at the same time, because I feel that that's what they'll remember more than the places that I have listed down that we're going to go to in the first place.
It's the in betweens.
It's the in betweens. It's the unexpected stuff. Na puta okay to. And then I love seeing their faces light up. They try something amazing that they probably never tried before. They didn't expect it to be in the middle of this place. And then when they go home, I'm pretty sure that's the one they'll remember. One of the things they'll remember the most are those little details.
Wow.
So yeah, it's fun to play Pied Piper, but you gotta be on the ball. Gotta keep learning, researching, reading, talking to people and stuff like that. But I enjoy it. I enjoy it naman. So
Yeah.
that's cool.
So do you have a set schedule ba? How many days is one trip?
5 days. 5 days
Oh, wow.
usually.
Four nights.
4 or 5 nights. Yeah.
Okay.
If it's Hokkaido, I usually the entry kasi is Tokyo, fly to Hokkaido, stay for maybe 3-4 days, and then back to Tokyo for a day or 2 days, depending on the crowd. But if it's Tokyo, 5 days is fine already. And again, the first thing I tell them is, "Puta, don't expect to see everything." Because my first trip was like that. I wanted to see. I had so many plans, and of course, I only did like 1/10 of whatever I wanted. And then I got parang tangina naman. But ganyan talaga, di ba?
Yeah.
So you have to prep them, and then you show them. Have I'm also the geisha to, instigate the conversation and blah blah blah.
Right.
Diba? All 8 groups, whatever. If they need anything, I gotta do that also.
Are they strangers? These group members,
It's
subscribers,
half
whatever.
strangers and friends of mine.
Friends.
Usually. Sometimes family members. Yeah.
And they usually get along naman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never come across anyone na hindi, but I have to make sure from the minute we all meet in the airport pa lang that the atmosphere is light and you don't have to talk naman. Kung hindi mo feel yung tao, you don't have to talk to them naman, di ba?
Oh, okay.
But that's what I learned from our church days. I'm still doing it.
Right.
So I get to, you know what I mean? I kind of slide things together.
Organize.
Make it work out. Yeah.
You're an organizer.
And also socially get them to warm up to each other.
Right.
Because it makes my job easier eh. If they get along, wala nang gagawin, di ba?
Yeah, just let them relate to each other, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So ganyan na lang yun.
What do you, when all of this craziness is over, what do you want to do, man? I mean, travel-wise. What are you...
I had to cancel a Japan trip before lockdown. I remember it, Feb 2020. My plan was to go to Osaka and go to this place that had a lot of art installations. That was my gift to myself, supposed to be. And then I'll travel back to Osaka and then take a train to end up in Tokyo. And I was going to watch New Order. I had tickets.
Wow.
Yeah.
What a trip now, dude.
What a trip. Yeah, talaga.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, then a few days before, my pop calls me up and said, "Jay, I'm going to ruin your day." And I'm like, huh? Why? I said, I don't think you should go on your trip. Which it was creeping up on me.
Yeah.
It was creeping up on me. I said, fucking hey, man. The news is getting a little
serious,
messed up, Yeah. And, my dad never calls me to say things like that. So
Right.
he was pretty concerned about it. So I said, okay. Well, thankfully, I got to cancel naman my hotels, and they all understood. There
Oh
wasn't a
yeah.
problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, buti na lang. But I definitely wanna, yeah, do that. Just explore and on my terms nga. Eh kasi malapit lang naman ang Japan from Pinas, eh, di ba? It's 3 hours. So,
Yeah.
pwede.
Imagine. I think it's a 4 hour flight, Manila, Tokyo, right?
Three and a half.
Oh, three
Yeah.
and a half, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
it's just a 3.5 flight and you're on another planet.
Yeah.
You're on
Yep.
another planet
Exactly.
because they don't speak English there, man.
And
It's
and
a
and, and
totally
it's
different place.
and it's cheaper than going to Singapore, Hong Kong. That I think that's why it became so benta to Pinoys, eh. Because you're
Did
not gonna spend as much, eh.
did they
Mahal,
lower
mahal,
their
ang mahal. Hmm?
did they
It
lower their
evens out.
taxes? Oh, it evens
No,
out.
but you can get put it this way. If you really wanted to save money, you can get an Airbnb for $30, $40.
What?
You can get hotels for $50. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Yes. You can. If you really wanted if you really wanted to go on a budget, you totally can. That's
Wow.
the thing. You can't do that in Singapore. Ang mamahal ng hotel sa Singapore.
Yeah.
Sa Hong Kong, sige, sabihin natin may makukuha kang maybe 120, 150. Mura na yun for
Oh
Hong
my
Kong.
God.
Oh,
When I went because
kakain ka pa,
when I
magkano ka
went
pa.
to Singapore, I stayed in a hostel.
Oo eh. Eh, murang hostel. Oh.
Yeah, that's why. Kaya nga. Kasi
Oh, yeah. Oh, na
parang
yun.
mahal yung
Diba?
hotel.
But if you stay in a hotel, tangin na, parang New York lang yung presyo niyan.
Yeah.
Di ba? New York hotels are, jeez. But it is possible. So I've actually, one of my dreams is to have a trip with my church kids and do it on the cheap, like cheap
cool,
hotel. We'll eat cheap. We'll go to, di ba?
Backpacker style,
Yeah.
pare.
Yeah. Then we'll go. I think experience Japan with me. I won't take you anywhere expensive, but I'll show you what I know so far, and then we'll go to all these places. Oh, diba? Saya niyan. Ang ganyan. One day, when all this shit
One day,
ends,
man. Shit. Have you been to Spain yet?
that was my first food tour that I conducted outside of Asia. So I did
Nice.
it in 2018.
Mm.
With a friend of mine, because my friend lived there for like 20 years or something, and his mom still lives there. So we planned out all the Chibog. We went to San Sebastian.
Oh
We
my
drove
gosh.
down to Rioja and everything. Spain's fun too, and I know there's so much to unlock pa
Oh yeah.
in Spain. So one day. But for now, fuck it. I just kahit Baguio, masaya na ako. Puta, Baguio, paradise din sa akin ngayon, man.
Shit, man. All right, Jay. Thank you very much, pare.
All right, brother. Tama. I got to run also.
Okay. I appreciate this, man. It's so good to talk to you.
No, do it again if you want to have me over. I'm always free.
Yeah.
I don't go anywhere.
Next time, pare, let's talk about food na.
Sure. I would love to. I can talk about that for hours.
All right, there we go. All right. Folks, on WDRS Talk, thank you very much, my guest for tonight, for today, for this week. JJ YULO. Thank you, brother.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, brother.
All right.
Take care.
Goodbye.
Take care there. Okay, man.
Ingat, dude. Bye-bye.
All right. Laters.
Later.